everybody. I made it out here on this beautiful windy day to cut up this cherry that had fallen. Got the big saw, and I got the tractor with the rack on the back. So a couple things that I'm working on or working out, and I'll show you those when we get started. All right, so I think on the last firewood cutting video, I used a hatchet and I chopped in lines, and I didn't really like that very much. I did find a can of paint, but as you can see with the snow cover from the snow we had last night, that would be ineffective. So I decided on the third option. So because this bar is longer, you see here that orange line. I could also remember, between that hole and the end of the bar that's replaceable. Good luck, I'm not gonna remember that, you know that by now. So what I'll do is, that orange line is about 16 inches from the dog down there to that mark. So I'll run the whole length of this log, and as you can see behind me, it goes for quite a ways. I don't know, 40-50 feet maybe total. So I'll probably just run down and do my marks and then do my through cuts. So let's get started. Well, you can see I got the all the way up to where it forked. I got the cuts made pretty evenly. One thing I want to try to figure out, like that locust did last time. See, well, this one blew over. The locust was pushed over, but same result is that it's sitting on a root. So I'm gonna have to figure out. And then it does go down, it touches the ground just on the other side of the tractor, and it goes back in the air, and then it touches the ground just before it forks again. So I can never remember which way I'm supposed to go. If I'm supposed to put it on the ground. What I got down at the far end where I stopped was it kept pinching on the top cut, even though it was just a marker cut. So I guess you can watch me struggle along if that's something that you want to do. So we're gonna start making our through cuts. I think what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna come, this is the first cut, come down to the top until it's starting to pinch, which is what it should do with the pressure. And then I'll try to come up underneath and hopefully let it fall on the ground. We'll see. Put you over here, maybe that way I'm not blocking your view. All right, well, that's what I get for thinking. As I was watching it, I kept watching for the top to close up, and it never did. So I kept going, and was ready to come out of it if I needed to, but it just fell to the earth, which was best case scenario. So now we just got to go along and make all the cuts. Through cuts, I probably will stop a couple inches from the deck, and I brought along the tool for rolling. I was able to roll that locust last time, not because I'm really strong or anything, but because it's pretty small. This cherry is quite a bit bigger. So what I'll do is I'll cut down through about as much as I can and then roll it with that log roller tool. Well, you never know what you're going to find when you're cutting firewood or where your hobbies are going to line up. I was cutting this piece and I found a squirrel nest, no big whoop. Right there, I found a nest of honeybees. That's bad luck for me, bad luck for them. It's too cold for them today. I don't know, there's not much I can do for them other than let them alone. So I'll leave this chunk. I'll leave this chunk where they're at here. Hopefully they can make it. I would have loved to know they were there before I started cutting, but how could I know? Not a lot of hope for them, that's too bad. If they're unmanaged and they're alive in mid-February in Ohio, that's just the kind of bees that I want to grab a hold of on a swarm or something. But hey, all that to say, I'm not gonna do anything more with them. So let me see, I'm always looking backwards to what you see. So I made a cut, through cut, and I'm just gonna leave them alone. Probably not a lot of hope for them, but I'm not gonna do anything maybe that could horse with them. All right, now I'm not talking about bees. You get me talking about bees, and what did you think was gonna happen? I get derailed at work or at home or at parties or anything where there's no business talking about bees, but I still do it. All right, let's do this. All right, hey, if you got any tips on how to do that better, I'd hear them, because I don't know how to do it better. Anyway, all right, so got the bee distraction over with. Now it's just gonna be as simple as coming down and finishing these top cuts. Now I can't remember if cherry's easy or hard. I think it's easy. I think it's straight grained, and actually, you know, people are gonna maybe say, well, it would make some lovely wood. Sure, it makes some lovely firewood too. I don't do any fine woodworking where I would need cherry, and I don't really, I've already got a few cherry logs. I was like, oh yeah, it makes beautiful lumber, and they're still sitting there in logs. So this can make firewood. Let's go. Wow, you get the idea, right? Mark, if you're watching, yeah, I'm sweating a little bit, breathing pretty heavy, but I'm just gonna keep on going. Let's see what happens. Well, all right, we're gonna wrap this one up. Just to recount, I got the tree cut. That's probably 20-ish feet, 20 plus feet of cherry. Probably had an average diameter of 12 to 14 inches, and got got a little bit of wood in the bucket, but this is the split and stacked. Just for a reference point, it's probably 10 days or 2 weeks if we're running it hard and trying to keep the propane truck away. This will be 2 years from now, so whatever that is, winter of 2026. But did leave some on the ground here, split it up. I suspected it was going to be, but it's full of carpenter ants, which is pretty common with cherries from what I've seen. All that to say, I will get to it, but I'm going to let the birds and the weather take care of them, and I don't want to introduce a stack of carpenter ants into my wood pile. So anyway, all we got left to do is drive it over to the wood stacks, and we'll start filling in the green rows. Yeah, green. We're gonna fill in green, and a couple years from now maybe I'll remember this. So thanks for watching. Hope that was useful.